My name is John Kelley, and I'm a graduate of Parkway North High School from 1978. And it's an honor to be a inductee in the 2008 class of all these esteemed people. I first came to Parkway in 1968 when my family moved to St. Louis from Canada. And I was in third grade and went to Fern Ridge Grade School, just next to Old Farm Estates where we lived. And I remember my first teacher was Mrs. Edwards, and I apologize, I don't know her first name, but she was a sweet old lady who was so kind to me. Here I was coming to not only a new school and a new class, but a new country. And I didn't know a soul, didn't know some of the customs and some of the things about public education in Missouri and Parkway, but she made me feel very comfortable. And I guess my best memory from her is reading stories to us during story time and just being captivated by the way she spoke and listening to the stories and enjoying it so much. As I went on in grade school, I had wonderful teachers, great experiences. Certainly remember my sixth grade trip in the spring to Trout Lodge, which was one of the highlights of the sixth grade year, and being away for 4 or 5 days with my classmates and being out in nature and things like that. It certainly was one of the high points of grade school. And then on to junior high, I went to Parkway North Junior, and you meet so many new kids who have gone to the other grade schools, and it was an eye-opening experience. Again, you're meeting a lot of new people, and right about that in your age bracket, you're starting to get interested in girls, and you've got all these wonderful girls in your classes now, and you have that issue to deal with. But it was certainly a great time in my life, playing ninth grade football and soccer. I was certainly into athletics as a kid who loved sports. And then I actually left Parkway in my sophomore year and went to private school for 1 year, and then came back in junior high and finished the last 2 years at Parkway North Senior High. And those were certainly my best days and my best memories. You're starting to become obviously a young man and driving and learning more about life and certainly getting a great education at the same time. The social aspects were tremendous. The Friday night football games and the parties afterwards. And I played hockey, and it was always a thrill to play on the hockey team. And I was the captain my senior year, and to have the students come out and the parents and support you, and the rivalry games with the Smet were awesome. So those are my great memories as far as socially and academically. I think I didn't really apply myself tremendously until my later years, and I regret it to this day, but that's just the way a lot of kids are, I guess. But I certainly got a great education. I wish I would have paid more attention in certain classes and listened to the teachers, but they were always very, very good and good discipline. If you started to veer off the path, they certainly put you back on, and just had great memories. And I have 3 kids now, and at night they're still fairly young, and I'll sit in bed and tell them stories at night, and most times my stories will relate to back in school and tell them about the time I did this and this and that with my friends, and had a great time and things like that. So certainly my education at Parkway was vital, was very important. And then I decided to be a broadcaster like my father, and started out in the minor leagues and worked for 6 years in the American Hockey League. And then ever since 1988, I've worked in the National Hockey League, and was in St. Louis in the early 90s, moved away for 12 years, and now I've been back for 4 years as a broadcaster on Fox Sports Midwest. And again, it goes back to all your experiences as a kid when you are learning your education, your English and your vocab and your Latin and things like that. It's so important for what I do, but also socially, to meet people, to grow, to get confidence. At times you don't have confidence, and then you get it back. And in my job, it's important to have a lot of confidence. And I think that, again, my experiences back to Parkway helped out. So in a nutshell, that's what I have done, and I'm very proud to be in the 2008 class.